Good morning from Lake Como. We checked in last night and then we went down the windy roads in the Delta and the 126 next to the lake to have some food, which was lovely and well priced compared to Portofino, which is quite an expensive area. But yeah, we came back up here, went to sleep, and this is the view we're met with this morning, which is absolutely fantastic. We're about to get some food now for breakfast here at the hotel, and then we've got a long drive today towards Stuttgart. We've just had breakfast here and the lads are out with the sunbeds in force, overlooking the cars and this lovely view of Luke.
You join us here at Lake Como, where the soulful cars are fantastic, in a car park.
We've just checked the vehicles, filled up a bit of oil in the 126, all good, and now it's time to bump the 132.
Oh, that's better.
Fiat 132. The Fiat 132 is successfully bump started. We had to do it down this hill. We'll see you lads in a bit. Yeah, we started up there, tried to bump it up here, wouldn't go, down here wouldn't go, down here wouldn't go. It sort of started but didn't have enough in it. I think the glow plugs obviously had it roughly warm, but the car wasn't warm enough to keep it going after it was started the first time. So on that last downhill, a bit of throttle had it going. So they're going to go ahead to the post office and get some supplies from the shop as well. And Georgina and I are going up here now to get the Delta and 126 now that we've checked out, and we're going to make our way towards the Swiss border. Yeah, they're not going to make that. No. Yeah, that's what the roads are like around here. There we go. We have just stopped down the bottom of the hill. We've just come down the windy roads and come through here. We've just stopped on the side to see the lovely lake. Absolutely fantastic view. And we're just on the way to Stuttgart now. So Andy and the others have popped off on their way and we're popping off on ours. So we are here now in Switzerland. We've just crossed the border. I've just put a bit of petrol in there, but the most extortionate cost was these green stickers. There's one in the window of there and one in the window of the Delta.
Extortionate cost, he means 30 quid. So
30
it's
quid
not extortionate.
each sticker, and
but
we're here.
It's a €200 fine if you don't have it on every time.
And we're only going to be here for a matter of a couple of hours because we're driving through basically.
Yeah.
But there we go. I suppose it's cheaper than going round. Yeah. But yeah, happy days. We're now going to get back on the road and head towards Stuttgart. So we've made a bit of progress into Switzerland and we're going up this very windy road, and the 126 is doing it absolutely brilliantly. We thought we'd just stop here for a photo, and maybe the 126 would like a moment to cool down a little bit as well. It's not had any problems though. Obviously it's been a bit slow coming up, had to change down into third from fourth, but it's gone really well. So I don't know where the other guys are, but they'll absolutely love this road, won't they, G? It's a brilliant road. It's a great day for it. The mountains surround the motorway either side, and the roads here are actually really nice as well, I find. Yeah. And you know, not just the views, but the actual roads themselves, just absolutely fantastic.
Where's
so
the £30 that Owen complained about earlier?
Yeah, definitely. A lovely sticker. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic being here. So I think we're going to give it a couple of minutes and then we'll start heading up again. I see a few lorries which are holding everyone else up by the looks of it, so we might wait for all of these guys to go past, I think. And even further into Switzerland, we've just stopped off again for some petrol here, and we have no idea how the other guys are doing because we have no connection, but we're heading towards the right direction, so we'll hope that we can meet them there. There's a couple of other cars just down the side here, so we're going to go and have a look. There's a lovely Alfa here, a GMC and a Fiat Topolino. G and I have just stopped off again. I think we're going to get some more fuel. We've just gone through Austria and now into Germany. I've opened the frunk up because I've taken the pizza out, and you may be able to see it's getting nice and toasty in the engine bay. Thought I'd warm that up a bit before we have our leftover pizza from last night, which was fantastic, which was down in Lake Como. So we're going to have a bite to eat, get a bit more fuel, and then we'll carry on the rest of the way. I think it's, what, a couple of hours to Stuttgart now, is it?
2 more hours.
2 more hours, yeah. So, yeah, not too bad now. We've done a fair brunt of the trip, so, yeah, it's going well. We've now arrived in Germany, and the lads are coming down from their room. Hello. We've now arrived in Germany. We've checked into the Ibis Hotel, and we are now off to go and get some food out on the town. We've just eaten here in the south of Stuttgart.
What lovely people.
Lovely people, lovely food, and Andy is injured. We forgot to mention that earlier. Andy injured himself on the side of his bed. Tell us more.
I was excited about the carillon in the morning. So we were at Lake Como. The carillon started up at 8 o'clock exactly, and I leapt out of bed. I leapt out of bed ready to go and record it. Whacked my knee against the bedpost, and it bled. It's now got a bump.
And now Andy's crippled.
My back just went.
Yeah.
Exiting the restaurant.
His back's gone as well, so basically he's a lost cause.
I'm 67.
He's 67 years old, and he's driving a 132, so it's perfect, really.
Hi, Dad.
And now it is time to go back to the hotel and get to bed, I think. Ready for more driving tomorrow. Luke has found an e-scooter. Here he is. Oh, this is dangerous. Good thing we have insurance.
Rear brake, Luke, as well. We've got a rear brake.
Good morning from the south of Stuttgart, and look at our view this morning. It's let's just say it's slightly different today. So this is where we've stayed in the south of Stuttgart. We've got an Ibis Styles hotel, which was absolutely fine. We're just going to check on the cars again now, do another oil check, make sure everything's okay, and then we're going to get going to the Porsche Museum this morning in the north of Stuttgart. So our quick check was all okay. We've just driven to the north of Stuttgart now, and we are at the Porsche Museum in their underground car park, and yeah, we're about to go up. We're not sure where the 132 went because they left before us, but just like yesterday, we left well, obviously they overtook us on the motorway, and we still got there first because we went a different way. So I wonder if the same's going to happen today. But yeah, hopefully they'll stay with us for some of the journey today.
You never know.
We are here now in the Porsche Museum. There are some very lovely old Porsches over here, and there's plenty more as you go throughout the museum as well. We've just finished at the Porsche Museum, had a look round. We've just parked up now for, yes, you guessed it, we are going for some food at McDonald's. It appears that Luke has ordered the whole of McDonald's.
Oh, the cheesecake came with a chip in it. If you want to get a proper video, you
Another food stop, another bump start. Here we go.
Go on.
So we've travelled north from Stuttgart, had a couple of fuel trips, and we've arrived at the Nurburgring, although it has just been closed due to a bad accident, and it's not open over the weekend to normal people. So yeah, we're not sure what's going to happen yet. We've bought a ticket for the Delta and the 132, but we're going to see if we're going to be allowed out or not. Fire engine has finished his lap round the circuit. Hopefully that means we can get on soon, but who knows? There is an absolutely mad dash for all the cars coming out now that the green lights come on, and there's going to be an absolutely mad bump start about to occur over here. Our cars are just parked over there. The Delta's got a ticket, so we're hoping to get that out just now as well. But a very quick bump is about to be happening. Well, we've made it to the checkpoint now, which means hopefully we're going to get on. I think the Fiat 132 is already on, so we're about to go out in the Delta. amazingly, both cars survived the Nurburgring, and Andy didn't crash into anything.
I didn't. I overtook a GT6.
He overtook a GT6, so therefore, now we know that 132 is peak performance.
Faster than the GT6. Proven.
Proven. There you go. This is what you need, everyone. Right, it is the morning after the Nurburgring now, and we went to Pistenklauser Pizzeria, which we can't escape Italy, even though we're in Germany. We've been to an Italian restaurant in Stuttgart and here. We're just going to go up here. This is where we stayed last night. Lovely little place. Everyone is trying to wake up this morning. Lovely little place, bedrooms down here, and then another one up in the loft. And today we are going to Lille in France. And we've got the cars out the front here, the 126 and Delta are there. The 132 is in prime bump starting position over there. And the owners have this lovely early Isuzu Trooper, which I think we're all going to buy. I want a garden this big at home, big enough for a couple of tractors and a lovely Mercedes, and plenty of room for more classic Fiats. That would be lovely. We've left the hotel, and the 126 is running like a bag of poo, so we're going to try and find a bolt or screw that will fit into the idle control, because it doesn't have one. Andy has fiddled with the mixture and the idle speed. Lovely, and now we have slightly dirty hands, but that's fine. Now it's time to get COVID tests, I believe. And he's got the Rona. We've just popped to Lidl to get some goods. Got some food from here, and now we're going to get on the road towards Lille. And a lovely Porsche has just started up next to us. Andy has a slight issue with his door seal on the rear right door, so there's some tape for that.
There are two keys, they both look the same.
They both look the same.
To do nothing.
And you always get the wrong one first, I imagine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jason.
Luke is doing God's work here, and it looks beautiful. As we were here, we thought it would be rude not to take a look at some quick track action before we head off. At least we've got a bit of a downhill now.
Oh, there you go.
Now for some petrol, and then we're going to head on our way towards France. Well, we've just stopped for petrol in the 126, and now it unfortunately will not start again, so a bit more investigation now required. So it's not running the best, but I've just popped into the fuel station as the others ahead and got a screwdriver, and I've just fiddled with the idle speed and the yeah, it keeps doing that every now and then, the idle speed and the idle mixture. So hopefully this will get us to where we need to go, and then we can look at it properly. That's the plan. Well, we met up with the 132 on the next part of our journey, and we made it to a couple of service stations down. Came off and it's dead again, so we're now trying to bring it back to life again. The air filter was absolutely mullered, so we've removed that. Now we'll find some rust. We're going to play with this. We've cleaned up inside the distributor cap, so now we'll give it another go. Well, unfortunately repairs didn't go as planned. We essentially can only get one cylinder going, so we think it's going to be either coil or spark plug related. The coil was quite warm, obviously it is on the exhaust side, but yeah, we think it is an ignition issue, because well, we've tried some easy start and it doesn't run too well on that either, and it'll only run sort of full throttle on one cylinder, so things are not ideal. We're going to have to try and find some parts and come back. So we're about an hour away from Lille, so we're going to go to where our hotel is, as it's already booked, and we're going to try and find some parts tomorrow and come back here, grab the 126 and then go straight to Calais. That's the plan anyway. So this is where we stayed. We stayed in Lille. We just got back yesterday from the car that is unfortunately blown up so far. And annoyingly, it's Sunday in France, so nobody is going to have any parts for us. Nobody's going to be open today. We arrived here, we had food at McDonald's just down the road last night, just something quick while I tried to sort out parts in the 126 group and everything, but unfortunately no luck there. So we're going to look at the potential of towing it back today, which isn't ideal and it isn't what I wanted to do. Maybe we'll even get back to the car and it may be able to be coaxed back into life now that it's cold, but yeah, I'm not going to hold out hope on that, so we have to look at other options. And obviously we do want to be back today, so it's annoying that the 126 made it this far, but yeah, didn't quite make it. Yesterday into Lille was a bit of a pain because these roads, they are awful. There's barely any parking here in Lille, and whatever parking there is all taking up, or it is very expensive.
Well, it's annoying because we're actually sort of happy it did it where it did.
Yeah, it did it at services.
If it had done it here, it'd have been a nightmare. But it also could have done it when we got back in the UK and we had, you know, UK breakdown cover, and we could have just sorted it.
Yes, that would have been nice. Unfortunately, as an Italian car, it's hard to get Euro breakdown cover as a UK resident. So obviously, we just went on the whim that that would be fine. Probably isn't the best thing to do, but there we go. We eventually found parking last night, very expensive parking overnight. So there we go. We're going to leave this morning, find a tow bar, get to the 126 and see what we can do. For those of you wondering, here is beautiful Lille. But we're not going to be staying here any longer because I just want to go back and get the car going. So Georgina and I are going to the car to see if it'll work. And Andy, Luke and Matt are going to see if they can get a tow bar off a lady off Marketplace. And if the car doesn't start, then we'll use that and see what we can do. We are on our way to the 126 in the Delta and the weather is absolutely fantastic. So I can get it running again, I can get it idling, but it runs very badly. And if you rev it on slowly, it does actually go all the way up. But it backfires all the way down and it won't go on initial acceleration very easily like that. So I'm not entirely sure how well it'll go yet. With a bit more fiddling of the mixture, we've managed to get it running well enough to move. We've just fueled it up and fueled up the Delta as well. So we're going to see if we give the Beanomatics how far we can get and see what happens. Well, here we are. We've made it. How many miles, Georgina?
120.
120 miles on my my bodge, which yeah, it's got us to here in Calais. The joys of Calais. Now, all I need to do is let it cool off for a while more, I imagine, and hopefully we can get it started again later on. Our ferry isn't until, I believe, about 10, 11 p.m. And what time is it now? It's still half one, yeah, so we've got plenty of time. Andy has got a tow bar now, so if we need it, then we are prepared, but I'm just letting it cool off now, and yeah, I think we're going to hang around here for a bit. We stopped for some food at a professional restaurant, and now it is time to bump the car again. Luke is in prime position. Another day, another bump start again. Go on. We've ended up in Majestic Wines because Georgina wants to get her mum some red wine. To burn some time, we are in the military surplus store and Luke has himself a lovely ammo box. And there's lots of lovely ammo boxes in here, and helmets and rifles and everything. It's great. Andy has a lovely new hat. He's just looking at himself. It's perfect. So Luke ended up buying a couple of boxes, Andy bought a hat, and I bought a Russian issue helmet. Yes, why not? This time we've left Matt to do the whole run up on his own. We wish him luck. Oh, it's going well. Hey!
I did have gravity.
As the 132 rear tow mount is not very good, we're having to use the rear tow point of the Delta to tow the 126. And also the light on the Delta there keeps going out every now and then, so we're going to have to look at that as well. Yeah, we're in port now, we just need to queue up in and hopefully they'll let us in like this, but we'll see what happens. Well, so far so good. We've got out of everything so far, obviously waiting just to board the ferry now. We're in the queue. The Lancia has been towing the 126. We've got a stretchy on the a strap on the front leaf springs because the front toe mount isn't very good on these. Thanks to Chris Hutton for letting me know, because obviously don't want to find out the hard way. So yeah, we've got a stretchy on there, and then we've got a solid bar which Andy kindly picked up for us earlier today in the west side of Belgium, and because it's quite close to the mount on the Delta, we have put a microfiber there, and it seems to be coping okay. So hopefully they allow us on like this, and then yeah, we may have to call recovery on the other side, because we get it running on one cylinder, but it won't rev at all this time. I'm actually amazed we managed to drive it to Calais, but yeah, Gretchy to Calais, and the 126 has unfortunately now died. But let's see if we can get over onto the ferry and see what we can do on the other side. Luke's ammo crate was no problem for the border control. They didn't even question.
They questioned the beers,
They questioned
not the
the
9mm caliber ammo.
Turns out, ammunition, fine.
Fine.
As long as you haven't got the gun to fire it, that would be bad.
I have a musket in the car.
Big thanks to Irish Ferries. They've let both the cars on, and yeah, hopefully we can get recovered on the other side. To Dover we go. Well, we managed to get off of the ferry, and we are in Dover at a lovely Brewers Fair car park in the dark. It's almost midnight. Luke and Matt are just departing now, as Luke's brother's come to pick them up. The 132 and the Delta will be continuing the journey shortly, but for now we must wait for recovery for the 126, which is over there. I think that'll be it for our videos out on the run, and we will do another video when we're back just to clear up the rest of the story. Well, you join me in the Fiat 126 as we fast forward a couple of weeks from the last video where I've been transported away, and only a couple of days later the car was delivered, and other stuff in between. Haven't had a chance to make this part of the video yet, so I thought I'd just give a short ending just to say a big thanks to everyone for watching first off, and also just to say how great it has been to do such an epic road trip with great friends. So big thanks to everyone involved. It was really fun, and we hope the rest of you can watch us enjoy some other adventures. Join us for those in the future. We'd love to do something like it again. The 126, it's got some parts on order. The Delta, it's got a new MOT. It's just had new rear brake pads as well, as they were an advisory. So yeah, we're getting on with things slowly. We've got plenty to do already, as most of you know. But yeah, please keep tuned to the channel so that you can see what we do with these cars and what we do with the other cars next. And hopefully you can join us on more adventures. So big thanks again to you guys for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed the video. So please give us your comments below, give us a like, and let us know if you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.